Welcome to Part 7, and welcome to Dragon Roost Cavern. This is considered the first true dungeon of this game, and I will explain why in a bit. But first, notice these statues right here that we have to move. They kind of resemble Gorons a little bit, you know? Kind of like an exaggerated version of them. And this is some more evidence that this place used to be Death Mountain back in the early games. So, yeah. Anyway, what we want to do here is take out these bokoblins that have these boko sticks. Again, they're easy, but they will try and pick up the boko sticks to hurt you and all that, but again, no problem. Now, once they're dead, you can take one of these flaming boko sticks and light the torches up there, and it'll produce a treasure chest that will contain our first small key of the game. Now, you may have noticed this big old pot that has green smoke pouring out of it. Well, that is called the warp jar. Now, the warp jar is a new concept in these dungeons, excuse me, that will allow us to go from part of one dungeon here to another part of one dungeon over there very quickly, and it makes backtracking oh so easy. And there are usually 3 of them per dungeon, so yeah, I will show you where the other 2 are located. Now, right here, this is considered the main room of Dragon Roost Cavern, and it bears a striking resemblance to the Fire Temple in Ocarina of Time. Yet, more evidence that this place used to be, or could have been, Death Mountain. And if you listen closely to the soundtrack of this place, it takes elements from Dodongo's Cavern, which was also located on Death Mountain, and that, as you say, is that. Of course, watch out for these flame pillars here, and of course, the keys are back, and just as annoying as ever. Yeah, anyway, here, take one of the bomb flowers here and destroy this boulder blocking the door, and we will continue onward. Now, here we are introduced to a new type of jar, the water jar. What you do is you just toss one in the lava, and it will create a temporary platform that we can cross without getting burned. Because if we get burned at any point of this place, we'll end up back at the beginning of the entrance door, like right next to the door we came in, with less health, and we do not want that. Alright, of course, we've just gotten our dungeon map, so now we can see where we are going. That's nice. Now, of course, you hear this thing right here. That is the choo-choo. Yep, the choo-choos are back, and instead of being this big old bell shape with 2 ice stalks and Majora's Mask, they look more like this one old big solid blob thingy, so yeah. Anyway, here what we have to do is kill the bokoblin that has this big old sword, and we are to use this big old sword to break the wooden beams that are blocking our way. Like this one right here. And there's one right up there. Of course, first of all, it'd be a good idea to kill the choo-choos. And by killing the choo-choos, we will get a certain item known as the choo-choo jelly. And of course, I didn't get the choo-choo jelly this time around, but usually you get jelly from these guys. You usually get this thing, and similar to the choo-choos of Majora's Mask, they drop like stuff that can replenish your magic or health. But the choo-choo jellies in their current form will not be able to heal you or help you in any way. Instead, we have to take the jellies to a certain place on Windfall Island, and I will show you that place later on. So yeah. Anyway, by destroying that beam and opening the chest, we go on and get our small key. Of course, these choo-choos are persistent. They like to follow you around everywhere. They can follow you for a good distance, trust me. And of course, we get our first choo-choo of the game, choo-choo jelly of the game, and it will be placed in our spoils bag. And of course, the color red is more associated with health. So yeah. Now we are back in the main room, and to destroy this boulder, toss a pot at the bomb flower on the wall, which will cause a chain reaction. It will destroy the boulder, and it will take us back to where we first came in this big room right here. So now let's just use our main key, use our small key to open this door right here, and we are down this passageway right here. Now, according to the map on the lower left, there is another passageway we can go, but as you can see, there's this big old gap here, and there's no way we can cross it at this time. But I will come back here, and I will show you where this location is. So, yeah. Alright, now to move on forward, you have to find the Bokoblin right here, and, well, actually, and make sure you get that Boko stick. Remember, get those joy pendants. They are important. And then we just use this thing to burn down this wooden plank right here. Of course, I was just checking to make sure there was nothing else I had to uncover before I ditched this thing. And nope. And all you have to do now is just step on the switch and we will go on further. Now you may be hearing that there is this constant rumbling sound. I mean, and that's because the great Dragon Valoo is all angry, all upset, and all that stuff. So, yeah, we definitely need to calm him down. Alright, there's a Bokoblin here at the end of this wooden bridge right here. Now, it'd be a good idea to lure him back to this area right here, because if we find him, there's a chance that we could fall off this wooden bridge. Or, at worst, we can actually cut the ropes accidentally, and when we step on the wooden bridge, it will break, and we will fall down to our doom. And, of course, we can use this whole wooden bridge weakness to our advantage as well to lure the Bokoblin to his death. And then afterwards, we just climb the ladder here, and be careful of the flaming pillar that's coming out of the side of the mountain. And right here, we are facing this enemy here known as the Gargarok. And of course, they're not that hard, they're not that difficult. And of course, the Gargaroks drop items known as the golden feathers. And, well, like the Rito guy said, he wants some for his girlfriend, and as you saw there, I failed to get one. It fell down, and but don't worry, there are other ways to get golden feathers, and I will show you. Of course, just slide across this wall right here. Again, watch out for the flaming pillars. And when you get to right here, we have to grab this wooden beam right here and actually go across just like this. Just gotta keep on going. Make sure you don't press the let go button by accident. And then afterwards, we just climb up this cliffside right here, and we get to a bomb flower, which we will use to destroy the boulder blocking the door. Fabulous. Alright. Inside this room right here, there are these blocks right here that we can pull out. So let's do so. What you want to do here is we have to pull enough out that we can climb upward to the next room. So pull out the first one from the middle right here, and then pull this one here from the left side. And now we can start climbing upward to the next room. Alright. Now, of course, in the next room, we will encounter some rats. Now, these rats here, for the most part, you can leave them alone. But if they start bothering you or letting you get in the way, as the King of Red Lions will explain on the stone that Tetra gave you, and how is that possible? How is that possible? Yeah, basically, well, I'll get to that later. Basically, what you want to do is to get the rats to pretty much leave you alone. Just toss some of the all-purpose bait at the hole right there, and they will like you so much that they will try and offer you some goodies like some potions or whatever. But I'm going to refuse them, because once they leave, once they come and offer me stuff and or whatnot, they will leave you alone. They will leave Link alone. Thank God. Because the rats can tend to steal some things like rupees and all that stuff, and we do not want that. We want to save as much rupees as we can. Alright, what you want to do is take one of the Boko sticks on fire and toss it at this wooden beam right here. And then inside we will get another small key. Yay! Alright. The other treasure chest in this room is our compass. And of course, again, it will allow us to see where all treasure chests are, blah 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 blah. Now, here's the thing though. In the past Zelda games, by getting the compass, it will help determine the location of where you are in the room. But as you've seen here at the lower map area, Link, we can already see Link's location fine. So, yeah. So all it's used for is to get some treasure chests. Anyway, here there's another one of these birds right here at the nest, and underneath is a key. And as you're about to see, as I try to kill the bird, I will fall off to my death. So yeah. I succeeded in getting the small key the second time around, but when I tried to run away from the bird, I fell off the cliff yet again. Ugh. How embarrassing. And this will not be the last time I accidentally fall down. Anyway, in this room here, we have to light one of these Boko sticks and use them to light all the torches. But there are keys in this room as well, so it'll be a good idea to kill them all, because that way they won't bug you at the least. And see, in any Zelda game, they can be just as annoying as ever. They come down, they try to attack you while you're trying to do stuff, and anyway, it'd be a good idea to light this torch right here, because the Boko stick will lose its light, as you just see. And I think it's due to this little steam here. So yeah. Anyway, this treasure chest contains another joy pendant. Good. Again, and then just light the torches so we can exit this room. Now, I mentioned earlier that this dungeon here is the first true dungeon of Dragon Roost, and what I mean by that is that it's the first dungeon that we will be able to fully complete, as in get everything done from beginning to boss battle, and not like in Forsaken Fortress where we got interrupted, we didn't get a chance to face the boss, and we didn't even get the dungeon item of that place. So yeah, as you just saw me do, I destroyed a boulder covering a warp jar, which means that I can now warp between here and the entrance. So that's nice. Anyway, in this room, there are 3 bokoblins that we have to kill in order to get out of here. 1 is out in the open, 2 are hidden in pots. Of course, again, they are easy. They might be able to get 1 or 2 cheap shots at you, but there are plenty of pots in this room. So if you do take a hit, you can smash them for hearts. And of course, it would also be a good idea to use their very own weapon against them. The second bokoblin is right here. I love this sword. Why can't I have this sword? It'd be kind of cool, you know? It'd be this Link's version of the Bigoron sword, but... or Bigoron sword, or whatever, however it's pronounced. Anyway, when all 3 bokoblins are dead, the doors will unseal. Whoop-de-freaking-do. And before we leave this room, take the Boko stick one of the bokoblins dropped, and we can use it to light the last, light this unlit torch right here to reveal a treasure chest. Alright, and inside this treasure chest, because it looks different, because it looks different, we are going to get the famous treasure chest opening scene. And we get a treasure chart. Alright, so inside a treasure chest is a treasure chart. Okay. Hey, treasure charts lead to great wealth in the Great Sea. So, yeah. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move onward. And by going through this door, we are going to be dealing with a little puzzle. Now, before we do this puzzle, it'd be a good idea to take out this enemy right here. This enemy here is known as the Magtail, and basically they emerge from the lava, and they're these millipede little things, and when you try to take them out, you can accidentally fall into the lava, so it'd be a good idea to use one of the water jars in order to stun it, then kill it while it's curled up into a ball. So yeah. Anyway, you want to take a water jar and toss it right where this pillar is about to erupt, and use this as a platform to reach the next level, and we will continue onward into the next room. In this room right here, this room here is actually the last room before we get to the boss. However, we lack the means to get to the boss at this time, so we're going to have to wait. Now, by blowing up this boulder right here, we have opened up the third warp jar, colored yellow. And now we can go between here, the room with that one wooden bridge, and the entrance. So, that is nice. Anyway, here, let's go out here, and we will be going up some stairs. Now, as we climb these stairs, parts of them will break off, which means we will not be going back that way. On high Valoo, and you can easily tell which parts of the stairs will break off because they will be slightly different. They will be slightly off-colored than the more permanent parts of the stairs. So, yeah. And there's Medli, and she's been captured by Bokoblins. Alright, now we have two of these sword and shield Bokoblins, so it's going to be a little more challenging, but again, it shouldn't be too hard. Of course, if you take damage, there are parts that can help you. Now, once the Bokoblins are dead, one of the Kargaroks will drop a Moblin into the battlefield. And this is the first time we will face a Moblin in the game, because remember, we had to sneak past some in Forsaken Fortress. So, yeah. And of course, they are easy. I mean, they can get a few cheap shots off you, but all in all, no problem. And of course, with their defeat, Medli is saved. And of course, the Moblins drop here this item called the Skull Necklace. And it's another one of these items that we can keep in our spoils bag and give to the right person at the right time. So, yeah. Alright, let's talk to Medli. Let's see why she ended up captured. Alright. And she explains what's going on with the Great Valoo. Turns out there's this creature right underneath Valoo that's been messing with its tail. And so, it's a good chance that this creature is the boss of Dragon Roost Cavern. So, yeah. In other words, Link is going to do something now, and you go back and tell the rest of your people. And she is going to give you the dungeon item. Yeah. And, yeah, we're not going to find the dungeon item in a chest this time. It'll just be given to Link right off the bat, and this item here is the grappling hook, and we can use it to swing across certain beams, and it's actually kind of fun, really. And according to Medli, the grappling hook has been used by her people before they got wings. That's interesting. And how come you have been using it, Medli? Because you have wings. Or maybe she had to use it on the more difficult sections where her wings would be useless, like some steam areas or some vents. So yeah, anyway, Medli gives us a nice little tutorial on how to use it. Basically, when the red dot goes over to a beam and flashes yellow, that's your cue to actually press the grappling hook button and start swinging. And of course, the swinging mechanics work just like swinging on a rope, because the grappling hook is a rope. Huh? Anyway, by using it, we end up back at the door that leads to the boss room, but we are not going there just yet. Instead, we have to find the tried and true boss key. And of course, we're going to have to swing down this way, and yeah. Kind of makes Link feel like Indiana Jones, doesn't it? Okay, enough singing. Let's move on. Alright, when we go through this door, we will encounter 2 more bokoblins. Now here's the beauty of the grappling hook. And it is not only used for swinging, we can also use it to steal enemy treasure, like the bokoblin's joy pendants. So we can get their treasure chest right off the bat instead of just waiting for them to die, and have a much greater chance. And yeah, see, it's worth it to get the joy. It's worth it to just grapple hooking these items off them before waiting for them to die. And you know, there's no guarantee that we will get joy pendants or skull necklaces every time they die. So yeah. And anyway, by killing both bokoblins here, there will be a treasure chest that will appear on the bottom, and that'll also contain another joy pendant. So yeah, we're gonna get 3 joy pendants in this go around. Now to get down there, we are actually going to have to cut the rope off of the bridge here, and we will actually fall down there. Now, I will finish this dungeon in part 8, and I'm going to leave you now with me screwing up yet again. I cut the ropes on the bridge, excuse me, and I fall down, but I ended up in some lava. So yeah, I screwed up again. I will see you in part 8.